Hello, my name's James Rule. I'm Chief Executive of Widnes Vikings. I wanted to take the opportunity today, on the day that we launch our new Season Pass and Stronghold membership campaign for 2015, to talk a little bit through Vikings TV about the thought process that's gone into it and hopefully an appeal to our supporter base to come on board and become part of our journey in 2015. Now, the Super League journey is coming to the end of its third year, and as we all know, when we came back onto this journey and entered back into Super League, quite rightly, there was a very generous offer made by Steve O'Connor to freeze the prices of being a season pass holder here at the club, and that freeze replicated championship prices and has continued to the present day. That was a great statement of faith and encouragement into the supporter base to come along and be part of what we're trying to build. The only negative to that strategy is obviously the obvious economic disadvantage that for the last 3 seasons we've been charging less than the majority of our Super League competitors. So as we approach the new dawn in the Super League era, moving into the world of relegation and promotion and the new competition structure with every minute genuinely mattering and the new Super 8 formats, there was a simple choice to be had. How do we realign ourselves with the competition of Super League? How do we ensure that we can increase our revenue streams to facilitate our strategic objective of spending at the salary cap maximum and continuing to grow our great club? The reality is, one easy choice is to increase the prices and charge significantly more for the season pass for next season. And when you consider that there's going to be at least 1 extra game and potentially 2 extra games, that would be a perfectly reasonable strategy. However, that isn't something that we wanted to consider. We wanted to make supporting your club and the Widnes Vikings as affordable as possible. So what we've decided to do is to split our offering into 2 distinct areas. One is the season pass, and the season pass is your traditional mechanism for supporting your team, for coming into the stadium and watching the games here at the Select Security Stadium. The second area is a membership, and I'll come on to the membership in due course. The prices of the packages and the smaller details of the benefits will be available this evening in the Matchday magazine in the black and white edition, but also on our website, and we will of course also be writing to all of our existing season pass holders. But in a simple synopsis of the key messages to get through, our prices are replicating the prices charged in 2014, even though there could be an extra 2 games. We've also slashed some of our prices. For instance, the junior entry price last year was £85. We've knocked that down to £45. That's probably just a little more than £3 per game to come and watch Super League rugby. And we feel that's essential because we're very much proud of the fact that we're a family-focused club. We do a huge amount of work in the community, and we want it to be as affordable as possible for the fans of tomorrow to come along and become a supporter of the Vikings. We've also introduced discount for serving members of the armed forces. Again, we believe that that's the right philosophy to have. It's a small gesture of thanks for the commitment and sacrifice that these men and women make in their everyday lives. The student membership category has been removed. We've done some research, looked at other clubs, and we've just aligned ourselves with some of our competitors, tried to make it a little bit more easy to understand and to manage, and we've introduced a young person membership. That should encapsulate the majority of people in full-time education. It runs from the age of 17 to 23. Another key benefit of that introduction of that category is to make it slightly more affordable to make the transition from being a junior supporter to an adult supporter. So that price point is introduced in between the 2 at £140. Now, each one of these membership offerings offers huge savings for the forthcoming season, and the savings are based on this year's admission prices. We haven't come to a final decision yet on what we're doing with next year's admission prices. If they were to go up, obviously those savings would be even greater. As we move into the membership offering, as I said earlier, we've split the membership away from the season pass, and we've made the membership a flat fee for all categories, all ages, of £40. Now, the membership isn't obligatory and it isn't compulsory for people to purchase it, but we sincerely hope that when people look at the value contained within becoming a member of the Widnes Vikings Stronghold, that it will become a very easy decision, and the majority, if not the entirety, of season pass holders will also commit to becoming a member. Without listing every one of the membership properties, they all have a value. Some are very easy to define: a Magic Weekend ticket, a ticket to bring a friend to a game, a calendar, a ticket to the Christmas party, a gift at that Christmas party with a junior membership, admission for the juniors to get to away games. There's a number of very tangible things, and there are of course some areas that vary from supporter to supporter. The member discounts, for instance, is dependent on how often you utilise them. to get a figure of how much you save. Likewise, a 10% discount card is dependent on how much you spend and therefore how big your saving is. But we've tried to look at the purchasing patterns of the last year and work out an average. And we're confident that adult membership within the Vikings Stronghold saves over £400. It saves over £240, sorry, for an adult membership. A junior saves over £400, and that jump is because of the fact that junior membership will get you into the early rounds of the Challenge Cup, and it will also get you into every single Widnes Vikings away game in the Super League competition. So when people break it down, we hope that this will be an exceptionally attractive offering, and this is the area that we'll get growth from. Being very candid about the financial mechanics behind these offerings. Obviously, if we're freezing the prices at 2014, there will be some uplift as people move up from the 3-year price freeze to the current pricing, but it's not going to be a significant uplift, and it's certainly not going to be enough to balance off the increased commitments we've already made financially for the forthcoming season. And that's the funny thing about sport. You have to commit to your expenditure before you really know your income streams. We had to retain the players within this great squad. We needed to attract some more quality into the squad as well, and we've done that through Aaron Jeremiah and Manas Manafakoa. So we know what our cost base is, but we don't know what our income stream is going to be next year. And we hope that if everybody goes and commits to the membership, that's where we will see some growth in the revenue streams coming into our club to allow us to continue to move forward. There'll obviously be some questions. There'll obviously be some time needed to digest all the information, and that's why we'll be going on sale on Monday, giving everybody the weekend to digest the information within this. But we're hoping that we've made it pretty streamlined. There's an adult price, there's an over 65 and young adult price, and there's a junior price, and then there's a flat rate membership fee that everybody can take to bolt onto the season pass. I think as we pause for a moment and look back at this season, it's another season of huge success in terms of all areas of the club moving forward, from the grassroots and the fact that our academy and junior structure has been independently audited and ranked one of the best in the business, through to our actions in our community engagement programme and the fact that we see ourselves as having a huge responsibility in the town of Widnes and Runcorn to try and engage, educate and inspire young people, and we're making some great strides in that area. Through to what's happening in the first team environment, the fact that we're retaining some quality young players, big stars for the future, the likes of Danny Craven and Tom Gilmore, long-term contracts, and the fact that to join our experienced senior players such as Danny Tickle and Kevin Brown, who have been great for us this year, we've got the likes of Aaron and Manas coming in to join them as well. So there's a huge amount of positivity. We've obviously reached a semi-final. We fell at that final hurdle, but it was the first semi for many, many years, and we're still, as we sit here recording now, retaining the position that we've had from round one of the season of a top 8 position in Super League. So there's a huge amount to be very excited about. There's a huge amount to be very grateful for, and we're very grateful for the fantastic support that we've had all season from you, our supporters. It's now about us kicking on and trying to move forward again into the 2015 campaign. And the brutal reality is we've got to grow. We have to grow in every area, and we'll strive to do that. And the one area you can be invaluable to is helping us grow our crowd base by becoming season pass holders and by becoming members in the Stronghold for 2015. The savings that we've talked about are based on this year's admission prices, as we said, but with regard to the season pass prices, they will stay constant until mid-November, and then they will go up beyond there. For those of you that don't want to commit to an upfront one-off payment, we're once again delighted to announce that we're working with Season Ticket Finance, and up until middle of November, we will certainly be absorbing all the commission charges that are created through using Season Ticket Finance, and the club will be paying that on your behalf. Obviously, we need to make a decision beyond the middle of November whether we then pass that charge on to the supporter, but we will be absorbing that charge in the short term. So for those of you considering an interest-free payment plan with Season Ticket Finance, then we'd urge you to make that decision and contact us and move forward with that application. So I hope you enjoy digesting the information. I sincerely hope you come with us on our journey into 2015. Thank you for your support up until now, and we look forward to having another great year with you next year.